There's a friend of mine who works for one of those health tech wearable companies, and they started making YouTube content. And as is to be expected, if you make your first YouTube video, there's not really a quick feedback loop that you're gonna get if you have 0 subscribers. But they were telling me they took their video. I don't think it was the full video. I think it was a clip of it. They just clipped up a smaller version of the 10+ minute video and then put it on LinkedIn. And there was a lot of activity on it. So kind of speaks to it's in your best interest to try to be more than one place, but at the same time. But going back to the Fin-Free Cloud project that we have here, the Fin-Free Cloud initiative, it wasn't super clear during this conversation, but then afterwards thinking, a lot of us have, even if we've tested out with video, we have videos on our phones that we haven't uploaded anywhere except maybe Google Photos or iCloud Photos or Dropbox. We have a lot of content that's probably just kind of sitting there dormant. And as I'm saying this out loud, I think I've said a version of this like about 5 years ago, maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago. And maybe only in recent history within the last year came to call it the Fin-Free Cloud that is YouTube. If people aren't really going to see your YouTube content to start anyway, but knowing that YouTube has a longer lifespan on your videos in the long term, like for example, a friend of mine who posted the YouTube video, not much activity, to be expected. They even said this. LinkedIn had a lot of activity. As you probably know, as you're watching this, social media videos, they have kind of this lifespan, call it 12, 24, maybe 48 hours. With LinkedIn, kind of depends on the size of your network type thing, and how your content performs with smaller subsections of your network. And then if it does well, signals to the platform, show it to more. But if we think about the Fin-Free Cloud being YouTube, people aren't going to see your YouTube videos to start anyway. Call it 6 months, a year, 18 months from now. And it probably has the double benefit of, in that 6 months, year, 18-month time frame, you keep doing videos and videos. There's kind of no way you don't get more comfortable in that amount of time. You don't really need to be comfortable to do video, but it makes it a lot more fun if you are. You don't. So the more I talk about it, Fin-Free Cloud, treating YouTube as that cloud that really doesn't technically cost anything financially to upload videos on. Like the videos that are hidden in our personal cloud storages, our iCloud photos, our Google Photos, our Dropboxes, there's so many going on. If they're just going to sit there and not interact with the world, that feels safe. I feel like I'm making these types of videos for people who are kind of in that inflection point. There was a conversation where kind of had started and stopped and I think that's total. That's like, but everyone look. I guess at the end of the day, though, the operating thesis of Fin-Free Cloud is that it's hard for good things to happen. So as I'm saying this out loud, I mean, I've actually account, maybe it's using a hey.com email where it actually has come back to video. I have, I'm not starting from scratch. I also am still kind of, because if you have the video, you also have I would say what I'm doing now, maybe not necessarily like a podcast, but I mean, there's so many different providers and services that you can just upload and now you have a podcast. So also the transcription, especially now with AI, can kind of massage that oral transcription worse. A lot more, jaggedy is not the word. It's a lot more like I'm speaking in chunks, basically. I'm not really speaking in clear, cohesive paragraphs. So then you have that transcript from the video, put it into an AI tool to rewrite it, and now it's a newsletter, a blog, maybe a series of micro posts on LinkedIn. Could be other platforms too. My head's kind of around YouTube and LinkedIn right now. When I think about that, I think about video. Video is the biggest size of file compared to audio and text. So being able to store that on the internet at little to no cost is, but if I were to take the approach of, if people are going to see your content when you start anyway, have the videos be public on YouTube. Now the search engines are starting to be the AI search engines, so that's a work in progress too. Make notes to myself, but then they kind of just sit there. I could take a similar approach with, for example, putting in maybe an Instagram threads into my YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram threads. So I could see that being effective as well. It's interesting to think